Hey guys, just so you could see that it's me in the sun. This is going to be our last official class because we're going to do the final next week. But I want to show you a little bit of something on some of the specs that computers run on and what they mean. Right? So I figure I'll treat you to my vet with my adaptions that have been done to it. And I'm going to take you inside to show you the readings that are on my computer display and explain what they are. Right, so this used to be a 2-port injected car with batch fire fuel injection. It's now sequential fuel injection. So each individual fuel injector is supplied its own ground to turn it on. Going sequential, we need a camshaft positioning sensor. So this is a dual sync distributor, it's called. So it has a crank sensor and a cam sensor built into it. That lets it be able to figure out when to fire the injectors. Had some other issues go on, and you can see here we got a fuel pump relay and an air conditioning relay. The factory has its own fuel pump relay, and that relay is activated by a positive signal from the PCM. This is my new computer. This is a FAST EFI 2.0 system, and this gives a negative pulse. So here I want to use as much of my old car as I can, so I needed to take the negative pulse and turn it into a positive pulse to feed the original fuel pump relay. That's done by this relay. So the negative signal goes into the low current side of the relay. The high current side is fed power, which then flows out of the relay as soon as the relay switches. The AC is because the PCM used to control the air conditioning compressor, and now it's gone. So the control head in the dashboard puts out a negative pulse to tell the computer to turn on the air conditioning compressor. So now that negative pulse goes into that relay, and that relay sends the signal to the air conditioning compressor. Right? So there's all kinds of little things that had to be done accordingly. Down here, you can see that box that's right there was used to tailor my tachometer. And under here, somewhere over here, here's the one. That's the one that had to intercept my vehicle speed sensor and transfer it back to my instrument cluster to get my speedometer working. Another area that needed to be modified is this is your canister purge solenoid. All right, that's the device that sends the gasoline vapors into the intake manifold to reburn it. Well, I wanted to keep it because otherwise my gas tank becomes like pressurized and wants to blow the cap out of your hand. So under the dashboard is a box that has a DC motor controller to be able to take this thing and operate it like a pulse width type of scenario, and a whole bunch of relays and an RPM switch, so it only happen at certain times. So now that thing will pulse at 30% duty cycle over 2200 RPMs, only in 4th gear, so when you're in overdrive. Right, so I tried to mimic the way the factory one did. Now in here we got a little Garmin kind of thing, and that's what everything is on. Right, so I'm going to turn the key on and you'll see it turn on.